one of their own. From Northern California, Ryan Loder, but he's back in the building where he became an All-American Heidi Androl Octagon side for the former UNI Panther. What a homecoming this is.
Most definitely. You know, he told me he trained under Doug Schwab at UNI, who guided him through what he called the most grueling 2016. While he was chasing an Olympic dream against a field of 20 national champs, he was also earning his MBA. He didn't make the team, but he did walk away with a master's degree. Then he returned home to Sacramento. He coached national teams 7 days a week until COVID sparked a shift. He joined Uriah Faber's gym, curious to see if he could coach MMA. He didn't want to be that guy who'd never stepped in the cage, so he took his first amateur fight in 2021, turned pro later that year. He's armed with a degree in business and a master's in business administration. He said he wants kids to look up to him and say, that's how you do it. And Michael, he also told me, speaking of kids, he coached none other than Callum Bisping.
That is correct, my son Callum Bisping. He was one of the guys that recruited him and gave him a scholarship at San Francisco State. So thank you to him, and shout out Jason Welch and Anthony Mancini as well. He told me when we sat down, he said, you're going to be calling my fights in the UFC one day. And I didn't take it too seriously, but clearly he proved me wrong, and he's doing big things inside the UFC.
Welcome back. Here's your tail of the tape. Ryan Loder did his college wrestling less than 2 hours from here at the University of Northern Iowa. He's 4 years older than Azamat Bekoev, the Russian, in his second UFC appearance. Loder stands 2 inches taller. We highlight the discrepancy in reach, with the American having an edge of 4 inches. For the introductions, once again, Joe Martinez.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with our next fight tonight. 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6 feet even. Official weight, 185.5 pounds. In 22 fights, his record stands at 19 victories with 3 defeats. Fighting out of Vladikavkaz, Russia. Here is Iron Azamat Bekoev. And across the octagon, his opponent in the red corner, a ground and pound fighter standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in officially 185.5 pounds. In 9 fights, his record stands at 8 victories with 1 defeat. Fighting out of Sacramento, California, he is the Ultimate Fighter 32 middleweight winner, presenting the Man of Steel, Ryan Loder! And your referee in charge, Gary Copeland.
All right, first trip inside the octagon for Gary Copeland. Chrissy and Vanessa on hand with us here. The USA champs are out for the Californian who wrestled at University of Northern Iowa a couple of hours from this very building, and Wells Fargo Arena is where Ryan Loder became an NCAA All-American 11 years ago. Desperately wanted on this card. His opportunity is at hand.
Yeah, I mean, when you hear the credentials, the education that he's had, having a master's degree, being a Division I All-American, I should have never doubted it. When he said, listen, you're going to call my fights in the UFC one day. And sure enough, not only is he in the UFC, he won the Ultimate Fighter, won in the second round, got a finish. But this is where he shines.
He's a betting underdog here to Bekoev, who burst into the UFC back in January. Short notice call, got a round 1 knockout of Zachary Reese.
And Bekoev was an LFA champion, defended the belt twice. He's fought some decent competition as well. And he knows that Loder's all about the takedowns. Trains at American Top Team. No shortage of talented training partners and wrestlers there.
Loder gets him to a knee. Bekoev right back up. Here's the mat return attempt. Nice job there. Nice scramble there, and Bekoev breaks free.
This is big for Bekoev.
He's got to stay patient here. Try to work Loder. After, there's a left hand there from Loder. Got knocked down.
Sits him down. Loder pops back to his feet, but eating big shots and on the run.
Bekoev all over him here. Loder's got to be careful. He's taking big shots. He's going to tuck that chin and get the hands up. And he's got to shoot.
Yeah, he is keeping that chin wide out there, isn't he?
That chin is up there. Bekoev is just teeing off, swinging with everything he has.
The mouth guard is wobbled. Copeland keeping a close eye on it. An elbow in return from Loder.
The hands are up now. He's still thinking.
And now this is the best thing for him, for Loder, as they tie up along the fence.
Bekoev punched himself out a little bit there. And that's very lucky for Loder. That was close. I mean, he took some nasty shots there. Credit to Ryan Loder. He's got a chin.
Yeah, he took some big shots.
And wonder how much is he still...
Now he's trying to answer back, but he's still eating big shots against the fence here.
Just halfway through the round. A body shot from Loder, but he's down again. Bekoev.
He hesitates.
Hammering his way battle to it. Look out, middleweights. Azamat Bekoev is involved.
Unbelievable. What a performance. Stops the Division I All-American from taking him down and then just puts a beating on him.
We knew that would be a big part of the strategy coming in here against Loder. Try not to make it a wrestling match. Use your striking. And we've seen that from Bekoev in his fights before. He throws big right hooks, big overhands. He's very aggressive. And if you saw that later on in his career too, when he was fighting for LFA, he got some big knockouts. It started with that big overhand right, it lands clean, sets him down. Look at these shots. I mean, credit to Loder. He needed a lot of these shots early, but then eventually just too much, covers up and couldn't take it.